Welcome back to my channel, where I'm not always the best, but I'm probably better than you. We got some late season banger games. First one, we got a duo game playing with Tree, 8 kills, server domination, sending tons of kids back to the lobby. Then we got a gold ranked win with my brother and my cousin. We're starting off here in the tree, get a quick loot and skip into the first encounter here. We got a couple of schleps coming down this mountain. We're going to go ahead and toss a big fat nade in here, follow it up with an arc star, and we're going to get a good hit here on this one.
Oh, I stuck him! Oh, I fucked that
first encounter is over before it even started. Tree wraps it up there. We're going to go ahead and get a loot on. Start taking some fire from back up on that hill. We're going to have to make a quick tactical retreat here, suck up a couple cells, and see what we can do to try to engage these guys off the high ground. They seem to have a good line of sight on us. That doesn't matter for this guy with the bow check on iron sights. He don't give a shit. He just get right in there for that headshot. That's going to back that schlep right up. Guy's going to have to take a heal. I don't trust nothing from no one, though, so I'm going to hold a line of sight on him for a second before we decide what we're going to do next here. Me and Tree been playing a lot of duos, starting to get a good connection here, seem to be able to read each other's minds, and that's what's going to happen here. We're going to put a smoke down on these guys to cover our entrance. Tacticality is a must at all times. Get up on this zip line and see if we can surprise this fucking guy before he even knows what happens. There he is, hiding on the left here. We're going to go ahead and hit him right the fuck down. And take a shot in the side. And Tree's up here to cover our 6 almost immediately. He goes ahead and wraps that up. Easy wins, man. Get some heals on here, get a loot in the smoke, get all our supplies back. Little care pack comes down here on the backside. Nothing too crazy, just a gold helmet. And we're off to a strong start here. We got 3 squads took out of the game so far. With ring 1 closing, we start taking fire from the top of the first house, and finally we have a sight on our bow chuck. Bow, let's see what we can do with it. On the very first attempt with a sight on.
Oh, get shit on, Velk!
That Valkyrie stood no chance. 1, 2, 3. Drop her on her ass, and let's go get a push on, says Tree. He's right the fuck in there. I'm right the fuck behind him. Try to put a high-angle smoke grenade up here to cover the roof, but it was just a little too high, or maybe I was at the time. I don't quite know what happened there. Tree's up there well before I am, as he can fly, and I have to run like a fucking asshole. He goes ahead and sweats out the first part of the team. Only one guy left to worry about. I can hear him getting a heal off here. Where are you hiding, you little monkey? Thought he was getting away there, but no, sir. Took him out with 1 bullet to the ankle in the end, and we immediately start taking fire again from the east.
Yeah, right down into the lava, Loba.
Firing.
Get this guy, get this guy. I got him.
Good shots out of the bow chuck there. Will drop the Loba like a dead dog. Who knows what she was doing? Why'd she throw her bracelet into the lava? Why'd she take 4 arrows in the back without trying to run back and forth? We may never know, but her friend's desperate to try to save her life. Tree senses there's a weakness here in their armor, and we are going to get right up in there behind him. He's going to get some good fire down before we can get in there. Keep the pressure on. Goes ahead and re-knocks the Loba, and now it's a 2v1 with a Bloodhound here, and this guy is in full fucking panic mode. He's trying to run for his life. Do you think he's going to get away? I didn't either. We immediately start taking fire from the north, throw our bang ult down to create some distance there, get a smoke, get back, suck up a battery, reset the fight. What are we going to do from here? Tree wants to pull out to the right and ult away. I feel like that's a good plan. We didn't need that loot anyways. We're already shitted and kitted. Let's get up on those jetpacks and get the fuck out of there. We're going to spot a couple teams in the canyon on our way over here. Note that for later, as that will be our direction of engagement. Position revealed by Ash. Now, Ash is a bitch. We'll all agree. It's my fault that I missed the first 2 arrows on her. That's not going to matter in the end. feel like these kids are in for a surprise. Horizon tries to get up here, but Tree ain't having it. Drops that fucking cunt before she can even hit the roof, and now it's a 2v1. Blood in the water. The sharks are circling their prey. Trees takes fire in the back. We're going to get this guy in a 1v1 here underneath Big Maud. Dipping, diving, ducking, dodging. Take that uppercut.
Yeah, I meleeed him twice to kill him.
Instant tacticality, smoke, loot, res grenade. Take some fire, but that's okay. They can't see us. They're just shooting blindly through the smoke as we have the smoke to protect our flanks while we loot. Super clutch. Probably saved our lives millions of times over the course of 23,000 games. Who will ever know? Not me, not you. I don't. The other team that we marked on the way into this canyon now starts putting some pressure on us, but Tree's got no batteries, but that's okay because he's playing with Captain Walmart. I have a pharmacy in my backpack at all times. Gonna go down there and drop him 12 cells. Extend our survivability here, and now we want to move up here as the other team shows their faces from the left. We're gonna try to put some pressure on them here and gatekeep both teams on the edge of the ring. Throw my ult on them to push them back. They're going to be up against this rock face somewhere. We don't want to overextend. He calls out to clean space on the right. I'm going to dodge this bang ult, and we're going to get up over there with him. Combine our forces and try to hold out here on this ramp for the rest of the game. Let's see what happens. Bad Mood Squad rolling in with a full head of momentum. Now here's a little scrub coming down the hill, uncovered. He goes down like a sack of potatoes. His friend tries to come up and help him, but that doesn't fucking matter. Because they are both dead, and we are now the kill leader. One squad left in this fight. They come sliding down the hill.
He might be on a rev totem.
On a rev ult. Tree sends one back. Send the other one back. Now they're both on their regular legs. Gives us just enough time to take a bat here. Tree's out on the left flank, keeping pressure on him. He's got to come back and heal. We got a smoke out on the flank, which is good because we got a threat detector, and these fucking guys have no idea what they're in store for as they cower in fear behind a little bit. We had to smoke, not overextending until we know we have the advantage. Tree's back on full health on the right. Now we got him split. Big smoke goes in, one goes down, and the writing's on the wall for the last guy. Fucking dominating performance by the Bad Mood Squad. 8 kills,
baby.
2,000 damage. What a fucking showing from the duo. And now we're gonna get into a little ranked action with my brother and my cousin.
That was
Are
a
the
banger
Apex
game.
champions?
Have not been playing too much ranked. Only got it up to gold 3. Focused most of my efforts into duos. I became quite the duos player this season. The end circles are a little bit more fun, a little bit more sweaty, but a little bit more fun. And it's easier to kill 2 people than it is 3, especially when you don't have friends to play with. This game we're going to land here, but we're going to not find any action, and we're going to quickly rotate over to the tree. First, scuffle to the side of the house. To the south of the tree, we're going to quick knock on this guy who was hiding in this house for some reason. On our whole approach to it, no one did anything. They were just in here, and all of a sudden, the team's right there. Now my brother's up here helping me out. Let's see what happens to these fucks inside this house. Good damage on Bloodhound, but he just out damages me. But he's on one. My brother quick puts him down. Comes their last teammate to try to pick up the pieces. He does knock Dark Rinse. It's up to Bull with 2 L-Stars to come in and clean up the show there. Loot it up, get the fuck out. We're back to where we were the last game. Just popping an entire bag of Sheila over the horizon, trying to lure them in. This is a much more tactical approach you made on this game compared to the last game. Using our portals, moving ring to ring, holding the edge, holding the high ground. Good headshot on this fucking guy from a mile away. And then the follow-up, drop that fucking loser.
I got him, headshot.
He's got an aimbot. No,
Package coming
no,
in.
you just suck. We all know it. Sheila keeps the pressure on as their Bangalore desperately tries to smoke us out, but she's trash and misses her smoke grenade by a mile, doing nothing for her team. Well, Bull pours down covering fire from Sheila. Then she throws her ult at us, but again misses by a mile. Now she's used all of her resources and has nothing left in the tank. Another knock from downtown on the Bochuk. The ring starts moving in, and we move up to the first of 3 rooftops in this row of buildings and immediately start applying pressure to the team who used to be on that roof, who has now elected that it was far too dangerous to be on the roof, and they've decided to move down into the low ground. Let's see how that works out for them. Their Pathfinder puts a zipline up to the middle, but only one of the 3 teammates decides to take it. Playing very conservatively here. As round 3 closes, the Bad Mood Squad takes up position behind their Shiva walls, looking for some action here mid-game. A strong headshot out of the Bochuk. That guy's going to have to move back and take a battery, using up their resources as much as possible before the final approach.
Target over there.
Sometimes I like to teabag when somebody's sniping at me from far away and see if they can see me and see if they teabag back. Sometimes they do. When they do, oh, it makes my whole day. Makes the whole game worth it. And now it's time to move from the 3rd building up to the 2nd building. 1 minute left in round 4. One little snaky Wraith off there to the right. We're not going to worry about her too much. She doesn't want to engage a full team. She's just trying to rat until the end. That's okay. I'd rather have high ground at this point. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take high ground now. Holding this roof with our rampart traps. We have the angles, we have the height, and we have 58 arrows left in our bag. Not as many kills in this game, but a lot more damage. Sometimes it's fun both ways. I'm an equal opportunist. If you put your head out, I'll put it in. As many times as you'll let me do it. This lull in the silence brought to you by my squeaky office chair.
They spotted me.
It's about 3 years old. Oh, but it sure is cool.
Recharging my shields.
The season's been a little bit more boring than most. I have about 1,400 games played. We just cracked 100 wins. Like I said, I'm not the best, but at the end of the day, I'm probably better than you. But at least I have a lot of friends who are still sticking with me through this lull of seasons. Only control mode came, and then we had Armed and Dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Armed and Dangerous. Not as fun as it used to be. There's a good knock out of the Bochuk and the guy in the crane. Who knows what they were doing up there. Clearly they don't have as much cover as they thought they did. We've moved up on the front edge of the house here, which normally would be a bad position, but because I'm playing Rampart, we got mobile cover almost everywhere we can go. Good showing through the Bochuk, through the cracks in the fence. This guy's fucked over here. Who knows?
Actually, yeah, here.
Bad Mood Squad strong. We got full health. In round 5, still 27 arrows left to go. Coming up on 2k damage here. The play from here is we're trying to communicate with each other. What we're going to do next is going to be down in that bus on the ground in front of us. That one right there. Put a portal into the end of the bus there so the boys can get in safe without taking any fire. Try to save up as much heals as we can. I've elected to play the gold shield this game. Sometimes I'm red, sometimes I'm gold. Depends on what I'm doing. I find that gold's a little bit better for sniping. You can like take a shot and then just pop a cell and catch them off guard while they're on their bat still. So if you're going to be up close and banging, boy, you want that red shield. Just holding out here till the ring comes in, playing our cover here, trying not to take any damage while still applying little minute bits of cell popper-offers from them. We are trying to use up their heals, and now it's time to move as the ring closes in on us. Let's get up into our next spot here. Rampart already has the walls down, playing as an absolute unit here. We have good cover, good positioning on the edge of the ring. Accidental use of a portal, but that's okay. Didn't take any damage. Like I said, not always the best. And now these guys behind this tow motor are going to make the fatal mistake of realizing that the game has left a small space underneath the bottom of the package that the tow motor's carrying. Just enough space, coincidentally, to allow us to shoot arrows through and do damage to our opponents, which we are going to do here to the tune of 300 damage and a knockout. These guys have no idea how they're taking the damage. All they know is they're in cover and they're taking damage. To them, we're wall hacking. But to us, we're just getting through a crack in the floor, which is perfectly normal. Velk's trying to fly around in circles in the air. Don't know what she was doing. Probably would have been better to get behind that big, giant fucking girder of a building right there, but she elected to fly around in circles. They're out of the game, and we're up into the next encounter here. 2 fucks to the west. Trade a little bit with Fuse and elect to just go back and heal. Trying to play a little safer these days. This Pathfinder there, I probably would have grappled on top of him and died, but we are not. We want to win this game for maximum RPs. Pressure from the team there. Seer throws the bubble down, and we are into the late game here. Round 6 about to start closing into the final approach. Applying all the pressure on this team in front of us. They are in fucking shambles. Split. We're going to go ahead and try to take a flank here on this Fuse. Works out to our favor as we shoot him in the back repeatedly, and he does nothing to stop us. 1 down on the left team, and the team to the right is now reunited and applying pressure back on us, trying to keep us away. We're going to have to pull the bow out here and see what we can do here. We do get a stun from the missiles. Couple good shots on this Pathfinder, but a grenade comes in and almost knocks us into the enclosing ring, which would do massive damage to us at that point. But luckily, we're able to stop and call out there. Could be a possible push there, but no indeed. Those shots from the flat line hit home as a Bangalore ult comes down. We miss our ult somehow, or our Q. It doesn't go off. We're going to take this damage behind this care package. Just tank the ult and get some heals on here. Best course of action. It has taken our abilities away from us for some reason. But we do make it back up to full health. My brother calls out a guy on the left flank over there. He is quickly deleted. And it is now the final showdown. Bad Mood Squad versus the world for the game. Let's see what happens. Bull goes down, but does good damage. Now it's a 2v2. These guys are both on the right flank. Free shots on him, and the writing's on the wall for this guy. Guys, if you liked something that you saw, thanks for sticking around to the end. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you feel like. If you don't, go fuck yourself. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. Everything will work out in the end. Thanks for sticking around. Bad Mood Squad strong. Bad Mood Squad.
You're fucking A-right, squawk donkeys.
Bad Mood Squad. The Bad Mood Squad. Bad Mood Squad. The Bad Mood Squad. Bad Mood Squad. The Bad Mood Squad. Bad Mood Squad.
24-78. Let's go.
Bad Mood Squad. The Bad Mood Squad. Bad Mood Squad. The Bad Mood Squad. Bad Mood Squad.
It's not safe here.